أنت نستغفرك ونتوب إليك.
Get brothers to collect the books, inshallah. And as we normally mention, this is not a general gathering for the public. So those brothers who don't normally attend, because it may actually confuse them because they don't understand Muraqbas and things. So they have ijazat, they can go, inshallah. And the other brothers, as they normally do, inshallah, mention what they need to mention and then pass it on. If any guidance is needed to be given, it will be given. Jazakallah.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah.
Had transferred and met yourselves and had given maslam to yourselves. Then yourselves mentioned that the more effort a person makes when getting back up from falling down on the path of Allah Azza wa Jal is truly the one who benefits. But the one who neglects the things which benefit him or the one who should seek guidance from the ustads and the teacher. If he does not seek guidance, then he is harming himself and will harm others as well.
Okay, mashallah.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. So after the transfer, I saw yourself, Hasab, and we was in a maze, and there was two views. There was one where we was walking in the maze, and then there was a bird eyes view. So when we was walking in the maze, there was as though there was diamonds that we was looking for, and I had a pouch, and whenever we came to a dead end, I asked yourself that the Hazab, what can we do now? And yourself, you made a passage through that dead end, and I saw in the bird's eye view that there was a clear map that yourself was walking through, and yourself was guiding to all the jewels that was there, and it was in the pouch. And then from there it was as though the scene changed, and we was on top of a mountain, and on this mountain yourself had a bow and arrow, and you gave me one as well, and it was as though that there was the general public that was on the ground, and there was dark forces that was coming to attack them. So as yourself was continuously shooting arrows at the dark forces, one arrow I saw, and there was immense amount of honey at the end of the arrow itself. And then also from there it was as though that the scene changed again, and yourself gave me a sword, and we was in the middle of the battlefield, and and there was also the majority of the other brothers that was there, and it was as though there was a big sort of attack that was happening, and we had to stay strong, and the brothers actually wanted yourself to be right in the middle, so yourself don't get harmed, but yourself wanted to actually be out there on the front line. And then from there, so it was as though the scene changed again, and we was in Bab al-Fatu, and while we was in Bab al-Fatu, this one was extremely clear, and we was there with Sayyidina Abdul Aziz Dabag, rahmatullah alayh. And I actually started to cry and to say sorry to them, and sorry to yourself for not fulfilling my duties. And they said, do not worry, my son. Go to get that water that's going to be presented on the day of judgment. Go get that, and then go and bring that to me. So I went and I got the water of Hayat, and I brought it back. And they said that now in each bless grave in Baba Fatu, go dish out the portion, because this is what happens every so often, that they have a portion of this that's presented to them. So while we was there, and yourself was showing me how much to put in and where to put it in and who to give it to, there was very, very pious people that was buried there. There was some ghosts, some kutubs, and very high-ranking awliyaullah, and they all mentioned that Sayyidina Abdul Aziz Dabag rank is the most highest in that regard. And then it was as though that the scene changed again, and all the mashayikh of Yatrika Muhammadiyya, yourself took me to each particular one, and at some point I was a baby in front of them. With other mashayikh I was a teenager, and other mashayikh I was a lot more mature. And we met Sayyidina Muhammad Wafa rahimullah, Sayyidina Ahmad Zarruq rahimullah, and Sayyidina Idris Dabag rahimullah, and from there the vision started to fade out.
Right. And the maze which a person sees, it's actually, this life is actually a maze, although there is a straight path through it, but that path is hidden as though a person have to know it. So the situations in this life, they are like a maze. Maze means when a person, in many situations, be it financial, marital, others, they are confused, they don't know what to do. They are faced with anger, they are faced with emotion, they are faced with different scenarios, and they don't not sure what to do. So that's why it's the significance of the Shaykh is shown, that actually they have a bird's eye view, in the sense that what is the maze and how to go through it. So that is why we are asked to follow, because we are somewhere in there between the walls, which we cannot see what's on the left, what's on the right, what's coming next. So the mashayikh can see, so that is why we are asked to just to follow blindly their guidance, because we only can assess anything information which we have, and we don't have that information. So whatever conclusion, nor we will be able to understand what the mashayikh are saying at all. So there is only one option left, just to follow, and that is the most wise. Secondly, the dead end which a person faces, like you have come to a dead end, that means a person have faced a situation where they don't know actually what to do. They think it's blocked now, there's no way out, I am finished, or there's no solution for it. No, a person should not despair, they should refer back to the mashayikh, and they will open the door which was seeming as a dead end. There will be a passage through it. Somehow they will show him the way. And when a person comes out of the maze, meaning covers his own journey, then they are also given a larger view, like on the mountain you saw with arrows. And the arrows, a person is shooting towards the public and the dark forces. This is like giving advice to general people as well who are in this situation. But because they are not, they don't have much loyalty or attachment, they do not follow most of them. They listen, but still one should try, as you have seen, shooting the arrows towards the dark forces through dua, through personal effort and advice. So all this, and then after that, actually, a person is shown the battlefield, and the battlefield is really when a person is fully engaged in the Dawa towards Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to save, because the purpose of Dawa is to save people. And that is the real battle. Because the spiritual world, the real battle, because the other battle, if a person gets harmed, they benefit. They get killed, they are martyrs. But in this battle, really, they lose. So they can't lose in the other battle, but in this spiritual battle, they can really lose, be a loser. So that is shown. And then Sayyidina Abdul Aziz Dabbagh, rahmahullah, then it is shown that we should not only benefit the people who are living, but also the people who passed away, and especially our mashayikh and the people who, and to get fiyuzat from them, like you've been shown to give the water of life, meaning a pious, a real believer does not only benefit people who are living, but also people who passed away. And why is he giving dawah to living people? So that they can be saved from hell. So, well, there are many people who've died, they are in hellfire. So to save them also is much easier than to save the living. Because the people who passed away, you have to pray for them, send reward to them, send, meaning actually pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and they can be saved. But for the people who are now in this life, they have choices, and they listen, sometimes don't, etc., etc. So the main purpose is to benefit to people for the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And that's how the previous pious people which you've seen, all the mashayikh like Sayyid Ahmad Zarruq and others, that's what they have been doing in their own times, amidst the chaos and anarchy which they faced. There always will be things like this. So a person have to work. So this is on these lines, one is given very, very clear guidance as what to do for everyone. But unfortunately, when it comes to people's things, they don't follow. So in visions, in dreams, they're so on, okay, follow Rasulullah, so they say, yes, we will follow. But when the time comes, they don't follow. They are given, okay, follow your shaykh, follow, be attached to them. Now when is this instruction given? This is given when the nafs is saying something else, your mind is saying something else, you want to do something else, and actually then you do. For example, when 100 times people ask, how shall we have a relationship with the wife? And you say, okay, you should have good relationship, and you should be good to them, or to the wife, to the husband, that don't. But the time comes, for example, if the sheikh says, okay, now it's time to leave, it's no good for you, and now the person says, no, it's good for me, attached, then this means actually they really have not followed, actually. They are just following themselves, like, until the Shaykh and the Mashayikh and the Prophet ﷺ's command is agreeing with your opinion, you follow, and then otherwise you don't. So that's not called following. Following means actually that no matter what actually is on the other side, that you follow, and obedience. That is called obedience. That's not obedience when you agree with them, when your mind agrees with them, and when your mind understands why they are saying. That's not following. You are following yourself. Only time you will be following them when your mind does not understand, when you don't want to follow, the nafs don't want to follow, people are saying, and then that's called following. So many people are confused. That's why majority are just following themselves, although they think they're following themselves because they come for advice. They come for advice. They say this is A, B, C, and they already have in mind what they should be doing. So they are given advice and it agrees and they are good and well. I am fine. I am following. No, the real following comes only when you can't understand. Your intellect can't understand. You don't agree. People don't agree. You don't agree. And the nafs doesn't agree. And then if the Sharia or the Tariqah or the Shaykh who represents the Tariqah, and if they have knowledge of Sharia, they also represent Sharia, then that is the only point when they will be following. Otherwise, actually, they are just doing their own thing. They are just getting like a rubber stamp from the Sharia and others. Yes, I want to do this. Okay. Everything is good until their opinion is. As soon as they don't understand, they double think and they reflect. Shall we do or not? Okay, this is my teacher, I should follow them. They have not followed it. Even though they follow, they have not followed. If they follow after thinking, yeah, this is my teacher. The other person say, yeah, please follow him because he is your teacher and they are saying this, you must follow this. If a person does it because of this, they have not followed. If they followed, so that's why Imam Ghazali rahmatullah said that many people, God is not Allah, their God is their mind, own mind. They follow Allah if they understand, if they agree, if they can understand. And there are many people whose prophet is not Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, although they say, but it is their own intellect and their mind and their own nafs is their prophet. Because if they agree, they follow. If they don't, they say, oh, we can't understand what the Prophet of Islam is saying. We can't understand. What is it? And if they find justification, they're happy to follow. If they don't, they are hesitant. So ultimately, they're following their own intellects and their own egos. So similar thing applies to the mashayikh as well. That actually, the same thing, that they will be happy to follow any pious, righteous teacher, person, if they understand and if they agree. And if they don't, then they actually hesitate, they are hesitant. So this means submission. They have not, the very word Islam means submission to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, submission to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and the awliya Allah, the sulaha who follow them. Only condition is, only difference is that Allah Azza wa Jal and Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam is followed unconditionally, and others are followed conditionally, that provided something is not against the sacred law and Sharia.
So, after the transfer, I met yourself in the Zawiya, and after conveying salams, I started to ask for forgiveness. And yourself mentioned that the awliya Allah are forgiving. And then after this we transferred into like a desert area, and we began walking, and then suddenly we stopped, and yourself started to do wuzu, and yourself told me to do wuzu. After the wuzu, we began to pray 2 rakat nafil in Jamaat, and after the 2 rakat nafil, yourself was doing a dua of forgiveness, asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for forgiveness. And then after this, we again began to travel in this desert area, and then in the distance we could see a sandstorm coming, and yourself mentioned to the nearest meaning, or gave the ishara to prepare for this. So I began wrapping each other around my face, as I seen yourself do that also. And then yourself mentioned take my hand. So I did, and then we walked through this, and we came out the other side, and to the nearest meaning and effect, yourself mentioned, as far as I remember, it was easy if you followed the mashayikh. And then we came across, then we came into Makkah Sharif, in the old Makkah Sharif, and we were in Ihram, and we began to do tawaf around the Kaaba Sharif. And whilst we were doing tawaf, yourself was asking me how I'm doing, and these types of questions, and I was replying. And after the tawaf, after the tawaf, we sat down in Ihram, facing the Kaaba, and then yourself got up and went to see an angelic like figure, and then yourself came back, and then the Muraqba ended there.
Okay, mashallah. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
As I transferred, I met yourselves, gave you salam, kissed your hands, put them on my eyes. Then we went to Sayyidina Abdul Aziz Dabagh Rahimullah's Mazar, and then from there we went to Masjid al-Nabi. Then when we went down the spiral staircase, and there we met the Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, gave salam to them, and then met yourselves, and from there they took us to the Kaaba Sharif. From there we went inside, and from that we went up to the heavens, I don't know where, and there we read 2 rakats where the Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam led in prayer, and then they said to me, make dua, and I started to make dua and to do istighfar. Then I couldn't really make that much dua, and then I asked the Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam to make dua. So then they made dua for forgiveness. Then we had some drinks and food, and they said to me that Allah Azza wa Jalla has given you more in worldly terms, in your health, and in material forms. He's given you far more than He has given to a lot of brothers. Therefore you should contribute a lot more and do a lot more than the rest of them. And that's when, and then the vision faded.
MashaAllah, what a blessed, MashaAllah, interaction, and blessed prayer and blessed nasiha. You see, one of the greatest ziyarah is of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, meeting him. So alhamdulillah, you had the privilege, and to offer prayer. Prayer is the greatest worship, and the nasiha of the Prophet Islam is the greatest nasiha. So mashallah, you have spiritually as well mashallah, much to be thankful for, and fear of not for not a person becomes in a state that where they think it's normal. Nothing is normal, everything is abnormal. Only when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala continuously gives something, so we say it is normal. That's what we say, normal. So for us, even breathing, even every cell which is working or whatever is happening is abnormal. Everything is abnormal. Because if you ask people who are saying, okay, the earth is normal, how is it normal? What have I done to be it normal? It is Allah Azza wa Jal who is sustaining and making it continuously exist and be calm. Otherwise, everything is abnormal, nothing. So, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless you, and you should be more thankful, as there was a stage in your life where you lost faith in yourself, actually, for the spiritual path, or you may say the opening, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala blessed you and further and further. So it is a great blessing, mashallah.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. صاحب لطائف کی صفائی کے بعد پھر اس کے بعد روح کی منتقلی، پھر آپ سے ادھر ہی ملاقات ہوئی، آپ سے معافی مانگی اور اپنے جو پچھلے اعمال ہیں ان کی، تو آپ نے فرمایا جس کا نزدیک مطلب یہ بنتا ہے کہ بندے سے کمی کوتاہی ہوتی رہتی ہے، بندہ توبہ کرتا رہے اور رستہ نہ چھوڑے، رستے پہ چلتا رہے، جو بھی کمی کوتاہی ہو توبہ کر کے معافی مانگ کے مشائخ کی جو ہدایت کو اس کے مطابق اپنا رستہ چلتا رہے، سفر طے کرتا رہے۔ اس کے بعد پھر منظر چینج ہو گیا، اس کے بعد باب فتوح میں آپ کے ساتھ چلا گیا، وہاں سے پھر وہ قبرستان سے ہوتے ہوئے سیدی شیخ عبدالعزیز دباغ رحمۃ اللہ علیہ کے مزار شریف کے قریب گئے، تو ایسا لگ رہا تھا جیسے وہ آپ کا انتظار کر رہے ہیں، تو آپ ان سے ملے، پھر میں نے بھی ان سے معافی طلب کی، ان کو سلام عرض کیا، تو انہوں نے فرمایا جس کا مطلب یہ مفہوم قریب کہ چلیں مدینہ شریف چلتے ہیں۔ پھر ان کے ساتھ اور آپ کے ساتھ مدینہ شریف چلے گئے، وہاں جو گئے تو پھر وہاں سے جالی مبارک کے قریب وہاں درود و سلام پڑھتے رہے، وہاں سے پھر ایسے لگا جیسے جالیاں کھل گئی ہیں، پھر نیچے گئے، وہاں پھر جا کے درود و سلام پڑھتا رہا آپ کے ساتھ، تو بہت زیادہ انوارات تھے، آپ کا چہرہ انور اس طرح مجھے صحیح نظر نہیں آیا، لیکن وہاں پہ ہی پھر میں ٹھہرا رہا، ادھر ہی میں پھر وہ جو وین ختم ہو گیا۔
ماشاءاللہ۔ تو یہ جو کہا گیا ہے کہ رستہ نہ چھوڑے اور اللہ پاک کو نہ چھوڑے، اور اس رستے پہ یعنی توبہ کرتا رہے اور رستہ نہ چھوڑے، اس سے مراد یہ ہے کہ جب رستہ چھوڑنے کا مطلب ہے کہ ہمارا کوئی اور خدا ہے، جب ہم نے شیطان کے ساتھ لگنا ہی نہیں، تو اچھے ہیں یا برے ہیں یعنی اس حساب سے بندہ یعنی چل رہا ہے، لیکن وہ اس کی وفاداری تو اللہ ہی سے رہنا چاہیے۔ یعنی شرک بہت بڑا گناہ ہے، ایک مستحب چھوڑنا، ناپسندیدہ چیز خلاف اولا، چھوٹے سے چھوٹا گناہ سب کے لیے توبہ ہی ہے۔ تو رستہ چھوڑنے کا مطلب یہ ہے کہ بندہ جو چاہ رہا ہے اس راستے پر کہ اس نے خدا کو چھوڑ دیا، تو وہ سوچے کہ ٹھیک ہے میری غلطی میں سے ہو گئی، لیکن میرا خدا تو میں اسی خدا کو مانتا ہوں جس کو پہلے مانتا تھا، تو میں رستہ کیوں چھوڑوں؟ میں تو اب شیطان کا نہیں، وہی اس سے اٹیچ ہو ہی نہیں سکتا، میں فٹ ہو ہی نہیں سکتا اس کے ساتھ یا کسی غیر اللہ کے ساتھ، ہوں تو میں اللہ ہی کا۔ تو رستہ نہ چھوڑنے کا مقصد یہ ہے کہ بھئی جب خدا ہی ایک ہے، اللہ ہی ہمارا ہے، اور توبہ کرنے کا بھی یہی مقصد ہے کہ جب معافی اسی نے دینی ہے، وہ کمی کوتاہی کو وہی پوری کرتا ہے، تو وہ بھی اسی سے عرض کرنی ہے اور رستہ بھی اسی، تو تھوڑی بہت جو ہے کمی کوتاہی ہوتی ہے وہ بھی اللہ پاک پر بندے کی معاف کر کے اور اس پہ رہتا ہے۔ تو جس طرح بچہ جو ہے وہ بار بار ماں کی طرف ہی آتا ہے. تو جتنا پریشان ماں مارے، ماں نہ توجہ کرے، وہ پھر بھی ماں کی طرف ہی آتا ہے، کیونکہ اس بچے کی ماں تو وہی ہے. اس بچے کی اصل ماں کہتے ہیں کو یعنی اور امی کا جو لفظ ہے، اس کا معنی ہوتا ہے ریجن، کہ بھئی کسی شے کی اصل کیا ہے. اب بچے کی اصل ماں ہی ہے، اس سے پیٹ سے آیا ہے، تو اس نے اسی کی طرف جانا ہے واپس. وہ چھوڑتا نہیں ہے اس کو. ٹھیک ہے، ماں ناراض ہو گئی، پھر ناراضی ہو جائے گی. اس کی ناراضگی میں بھی ایک گونا ایک محبت ہوتی ہے، ایک شفقت ہوتی ہے، ایک رحمت ہوتی ہے. تو اسی طرح جو ہے سمجھ لیں کہ اللہ جل مجدہ ہماری اصل تو وہ ہے، یعنی ہم اس کا حصہ نہیں، لیکن ہمیں پیدا کیا اس نے، اور نور محمدی پیدا فرمایا، اور اس سے پھر دوسرے نور بنائے، اور پھر ہمیں بھی بنایا. اور ہماری روح کا ایک خاص اللہ پاک کے ساتھ تعلق ہے. اگرچہ ہماری روح اللہ کے حصہ نہیں، لیکن اس سے اللہ نے کیونکہ براہ راست اس کو دیا، یعنی آدم علیہ السلام کو، اور اثرات پھر جو ہے وہ ہم تک بھی آ رہے ہیں. تو بنیادی طور پر بات یہی سمجھنے والی کہ جب جیسے ماں بچے کی اصل ہے، ہمیں پیدا کرنے والا اللہ ہے، لیکن اللہ نے ہمیں اپنی قدرت سے پیدا کیا، اور وہی ہماری اصل ہے. انا للہ، ہم صرف اللہ کے ہیں، اب بھی اللہ کے ہیں. وَإِنَّا إِلَيْهِ رَاجِعُونَ، اور اگر جائیں گے تو اسی کی طرف لوٹ کر جانا ہے، اور تو ہے ہی نہیں. تو یہ بندے کو جب پتہ چل جائے، پھر وہ نیکی ہو پھر بھی اسی کی طرف رجوع کرتا ہے، گناہ ہو پھر بھی اسی کی طرف رجوع کرتا ہے، معافی ملے پھر بھی اسی کی طرف وہ رجوع کرتا ہے. اور اگر اللہ پاک نہ معاف کرے، کسی کو سزا دے، تو پھر بھی وہ بندہ اللہ پاک کی طرف ہی رجوع کرتا ہے، کیونکہ وہ جو اللہ کا ہے. اسی طرح حضرت نوح علیہ السلام کو جب شیطان کا پوتا ملا، تو اس نے کہا کہ میں نے بہت سارے غلط کام کیے ہیں، کیونکہ وہ شیطان کا پوتا تھا نا. تو میرے لیے کیا کوئی رستہ ہے؟ تو انہوں نے فرمایا کہ ہاں، میں نے اللہ جل مجدہ سے پوچھا ہے، اور اللہ پاک فرماتا ہے کہ جو بندہ جتنا بھی گناہ گار ہو، شیطان ہی کیوں نہ ہو، جو میری طرف رجوع کرتا ہے اور جو رجوع نہیں کرتا، ان دونوں کی حالت ایک جیسی نہیں ہوتی. کبھی بھی کنڈیشن، کبھی بھی معاملہ ایک جیسا نہیں ہوتا. تو جو اللہ کی طرف جھک جاتا ہے، چاہے گناہ گاری کی حالت میں، چاہے نیکی کی حالت میں، تو اس کا معاملہ اچھا ہوتا ہے، بہتر ہوتا ہے، کیونکہ اس نے اللہ کے ساتھ اپنا معاملہ سپرد کر دیا. اور جو دور دور چلا جائے، شیطان کی طرف چلا جائے، دنیا کی طرف چلا جائے اور باغی ہو جائے، تو اس کا پھر معاملہ جو ہے وہ مختلف ہوتا ہے. تو یہ آپ کو نصیحت کی گئی کہ مومن جب مانتا ہی اللہ کو ہے، تو وہ نیکی ہو تب بھی اللہ کے دروازہ کھٹکھٹائے، اور جب گناہ ہو پھر بھی اللہ کی دروازہ، دوسرے دروازے کی طرف دیکھے ہی نہ، بالکل جو ہے ہی نہیں، دوسرا دروازہ شیطانی دروازہ ہے. تو اس طرح جو ہے یہ معاملہ ہے. ماشاء اللہ. استغفر اللہ. اللہم صل وسلم.
السلام علیکم ورحمۃ اللہ وبرکاتہ.
وعلیکم السلام ورحمۃ اللہ.
Sab, I transferred and I sat with yourself, and that was my ascension.
ماشاء اللہ. یہ بھی بڑی سعادت کی بات ہے، بندوں کے ساتھ بیٹھنا، بھائیوں کے ساتھ، اور اچھی صحبت میں، یہ وہ تعالیٰ چیز ہے، اسی سے جو ہے خیر نکلتی ہے. ماشاء اللہ. اللہ اکبر.
السلام علیکم.
وعلیکم السلام ورحمۃ اللہ وبرکاتہ.
ٹرانسفر کے بعد یہ آپ کی خدمت میں حاضر ہوتے ہیں، آپ سے سلام کیا، آپ کے ہاتھ چومتے ہیں، تو اس کے بعد ایسے ہے جیسے کہ شیخ عبدالعزیز دوا رحمۃ اللہ علیہ کے مزار پہ ہیں. جب اندر داخل ہوتے ہیں تو ایسا لگتا ہے جیسے کہ چھت نہیں ہے، ایسے نور ہی نور ہے اور سارا کھلا ہے. سلام کرتا ہوں حضرت شیخ عبدالعزیز دماغ نام برکات سے، اور آپ بھی تشریف فرمائیں وہاں پہ، اور دوسرے ساتھی بھی ہیں. وہاں سے پھر بغداد شریف میں جاتے ہیں، شیخ عبد القادر الجیلانی کے مزار شریف پہ سلام کرتے ہیں. تو اس کے بعد باہر چل رہے ہیں آپ، شیخ عبد القادر جیلانی رحمۃ اللہ علیہ کے ساتھ ہیں، میں بھی اور جو ساتھی بھی پیچھے پیچھے واک کر رہے ہیں. ایسے ہے جیسے کہ دریا کے کنارے پہ ہیں اور ایک کشتی میں پھر سفر کر رہے ہیں پانی کے اندر. اور اس کے بعد جاتے ہیں حضرت امام حسین رضی اللہ تعالیٰ کے روضہ مبارک پہ، وہاں بھی سلام کرتے ہیں. اور اس کے بعد جو ہے دوسرا پھر کہ ایسا لگتا ہے جیسے درود شریف پڑھ رہے ہیں، سلام پڑھ رہے ہیں. مدینہ شریف میں حضور نبی کریم صلی اللہ علیہ وسلم کے روضہ مبارک پہ حاضر ہیں. ایسے لگتا ہے کہ جیسے حضور نبی کریم کی باڈی مبارک جو ہے اتنا لمبا جو لگ رہا ہے کہ آسمان کی طرف تک جا ان کا سر مبارک جو ہے ایسے لگتا ہے کہ لمبا باڈی ہے. تو اس کے بعد سلام پڑھتے ہیں تو پھر واپسی ہوتی ہے.
ٹھیک، ماشاء اللہ، اللہ پاک برکت عطا فرمائے. ایسی ہستیوں کے پاس جانا، ان کی صحبت روحانی میں رہنا بڑی، کیونکہ یہ جو ہمارا سیشن ہے دیکھیں دو ہوتے ہیں. ایک ہوتا ہے جو اعمال کو بندہ امپروو کرتا ہے، اخلاق کو امپروو کرتا ہے، یعنی ون از کیریکٹر بلڈنگ، اعمال بلڈنگ. وہ تو ہوتا ہے کیریکٹر کو بنا رہا ہے بندہ، اخلاق کو شیٹس کے ذریعے اور تھرو دا شیٹس اینڈ تھرو دی ادر اسٹیجز ہی از بلڈنگ ہز کیریکٹر. وہ اپنے کیریکٹر کو، اپنے اخلاق کو، اعمال کو بلڈ کر رہا ہے. یہ جو ہے یہ فیتھ بلڈنگ ہے، دس از ایمان بلڈنگ. یہ ایمان کی تعمیر ہو رہی ہے، یہ ایمان بڑھتا ہے، ایمان کی تعمیر اللہ سے اللہ. So one is the faith building, iman building, one is character building. So this part of the Muraqba Ascension, really this actually enhances the iman, rebuilds the iman, and takes the iman to the more higher levels. And the other, the sheets, another is the character. So they both go side by side. Then the third is left, to building the earth or building the akhlaq and iman, the faith and character in whole of the earth and earthly people. وہ ہوتی ہے دعویٰ. وَتَوَاصَوْا بِالْحَقِّ وَتَوَاصَوْا بِالصَّبْرِ. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned that these things in Surah Al-Asr, وَالْعَصْرِ إِنَّ الْإِنسَانَ لَفِي خُسْرٍ, that every human being is in loss except if he or those who build their iman, amanu wa amilu salihat. Amal salihah are due to their building, character building and iman building. And then وَتَوَاصَوْا بِالْحَقِّ وَتَوَاصَوْا بِالصَّبْرِ. And then they pass on this message to build others, to build the earth, to share the message. And وَتَوَاصَوْا بِالصَّبْرِ. And haqq and sabr are two very important things. Haqq is the truth, and the truth. And sabr is to restrain yourself from evil. What does sabr mean? Actually, a lot of people don't understand these two aspects. وَتَوَاصَوْا بِالْحَقِّ وَتَوَاصَوْا بِالصَّبْرِ. وہ سے سمجھتے ہیں کئی لوگ کہ حق کی تلقین کر رہے ہیں اور صبر کی تلقین کرے, but they don't know what sabr. Sabr in Arabic means to stop. Haq means the truth, the true things actually. So they invite them towards the truth, and they ask them to restrain themselves from the evil. यानी वतवासो बिल हक, कि वो हक की तलकीन करते हैं और बातिल से रोकते हैं. बातिल से कहते हैं बचो. सब्र का माना है रुकने को, तो वो कहते हैं रुक जाओ बातिल से और हक पर चलो. There only one person I met who understood this fully. In the entire, actually, scholars, actually, the living scholars. But otherwise, they will do other tafsirs. Well, they are right as well. But his tafsir was the best, actually, because that fitted in really very well and made a lot of sense as such, actually. That what this watawaso bil haqq watawaso. Normally it is that, or they give advice for truth and be patient. But they don't know what patience. Patience here is restrain from evil. Haqq is the truth. So they invite towards the truth and they stop you from the evil. Amar bil maroof wa nahi anil. That's same thing here. Only the words are different. Yeah.
Bismillah. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam rahmatullah.
After transfer, met yourself in the Zavia, and we went up to see the mazar of Sayyidina Abdulaziz Dabagh, Rahmatullah alayh, and there you met them. So you met them first, and then I met them. We were kissing their hands and their forehead, and then we sat next to them, and then they told me a bit about namaz and sajda, and they said the first Subhana Rabbi al-Ala, which a person would read, makes the connection with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and make sure your presence is in the sajda. So your mind is not somewhere else. Make sure your presence, you have the presence of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the sajda. And then the second Subhana Rabbi al-Ala is for your heart, and you should have total connection and love with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in your heart, and remove all the hatred for anybody in this second Subhana Rabbi al-Ala. And then the third Subhana Rabbi al-Ala is for your nafs. In that stage you should desire to be with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And then they mentioned the hadith about when somebody likes to meet Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala also likes to meet them, in these type of words. And they said this will lead towards a kamal sajda, when you want to meet Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, as this is the point where you are closest to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And then we, after giving them this nasiyah, I started thinking about Maliki Yawmiddin, on the Day of Judgment, and then everything went dark and black, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's name appeared in very big writing in every direction, which I looked in different colours. And there was a voice that asked, "What have you brought?" And at this point I started to cry, and I said, "I have nothing." And then yourself was also there, and then the Muraqba ended at this time.
MashaAllah, that is which everyone can obviously act upon it to do the sajda properly. I hope you others have understood what is the first Subhana Rabbi al-Ala of the Shafiq we mentioned. Subhana Rabbi al-Ala, to come in the presence of Allah. It's as though you are saying, Subhana Rabbi Allah, you are beyond, you are perfect, more than I can think. Rabbi, you are my Lord, al-Ala, and the highest of high, meaning when there's no one highest than you, who shall I be connected to then other than you when I am actually in front of you? So you are the highest and highest connection, presence. And second one, Subhana Rabbi al-Ala. Second Subhana Rabbi al-Ala is the connection of the heart with Allah. Meaning, heart have many attachments, many actually you may say loves and relationship. So it's as though now you are saying, Ya Allah, you are my highest love, you are my highest friend and the best, actually. And you disconnect with others, yes. And the third one is the nafs. Nafs meaning have emotions in it, emotions. A person get carried away with anger, with jealousy, with other emotions, negative and positive. So it's as though you are saying that I am detaching myself with my emotions and connecting with you, with your sifat, that I will want to manifest them, and from the heart as well, and from the mind as well. So it's as though the first one is about mind, then heart, and then actually the soul. माशाल्लाह। इशा की नमाज कितने बजे है? 10 बजे। माशाल्लाह। ठीक है, कैमरा ये बंद कर दें। If anyone other just want to say anything or ask another apart from the Muraqba.